是要给科长带个花环。
His Excellency the Ambassador of People's Republic of China, Mr. Zhang Ping, the head of the Chinese delegation, Mr. Chen Yushu, Chairman Fiji China Business Council, members of the delegation, senior government officials and private sector representatives, ladies and gentlemen, Bulo Vinaka, and a very good morning to all of you. It gives me great pleasure to be here this morning to welcome you all to the inaugural Fiji China Business Exchange Summit and Trade and Investment Seminar. Ladies and gentlemen, this is a special event which we are planning to make into an annual event. And I'd first like to acknowledge the presence of our international guests. And I've been informed that the participants have not only come from parts of China, but also from Australia, the USA, Hong Kong, Macau, and Singapore. I hope your stay in Fiji so far has been pleasant and fruitful, and we look forward to engaging further with you in the next few days. Ladies and gentlemen, the Fiji-China relations over the years have strengthened, and especially through trade and investments. My recent official visits to Guangdong and the Fujian provinces earlier this year have demonstrated our commitment to enhance our bilateral trade relations. The overwhelming response from the Chinese business community has shown significant interest from Chinese entrepreneurs in investing and doing business with Fiji. Today's seminar, ladies and gentlemen, and the meetings over the next few days is a step in the right direction for advancing growth of trade and investment, which will ultimately benefit both countries. Ladies and gentlemen, in terms of bilateral economic relations, we have witnessed increase in investment, trade, and tourists from China. Robbie? Imports from China have increased from about 210 million in 2010 to 623 million in 2014. Fijian exports to China have increased from 5 million to 37 million in 2014, but remain comparatively low. Tourist numbers from China to Fiji have been increasing year on year. And over the past 7 years, there has been a tenfold increase, that is from about 4,000 visitors in 2009 to about 40,000 visitors in 2015. Ladies and gentlemen, in terms of investments in 2015, 41% of total investment projects registered in Fiji were Chinese projects, while in the first 6 months of 2016, figures reveal that about 45% of the projects registered with Investment Fiji were from China. Most Chinese investments are in the services and wholesale retail sectors. While the number of Chinese investments has been increasing in Fiji, it is important to note that in 2015, the total value of Chinese implemented projects represented only about 18% of the total value of all the projects implemented in Fiji. I am sure that these numbers will increase, no doubt. There is, however, a need to focus on Fijian exports to China and ensure that the trade flows both ways, from China to Fiji and vice versa. Therefore, today, ladies and gentlemen, we encourage and look forward to strengthening our relationship with China and connecting businesses and encouraging trade between the two countries. Furthermore, Fiji presents an opportunity to investors and the opportunity to invest in a country that is strategically located in the South Pacific and is the hub in the region, which provides the best connectivity, both by air and by sea, as well as advanced communication, technology, and a well-established manufacturing base. In order to facilitate trade and investment, the Fijian government has provided and will continue to provide a stable and conducive business environment, supported by the friendly investment regulations that encourages growth and development. The recently announced national budget shows the Fijian government's determination and focus on getting the economic fundamentals right for business to thrive in Fiji, so that our economy can grow to better the living standards of all our citizens. Due to the stable and sustained policies and initiatives, we have managed to ensure continued positive growth of the Fijian economy. And over the past 7 years, Fiji has experienced one of its longest periods of sustained growth. And the growth rate in the past 4 years has been, on average, at about 4%. Ladies and gentlemen, despite the negative impact of Tropical Cyclone Winston and the flood in April, Fiji has been able to maintain a positive trajectory in economic growth. And the recently released figures, which have been endorsed by the Asian Development Bank, indicates that the Fijian economy will grow by 2.4% this year. And this has been a remarkable achievement for Fiji, whilst given the global growth trend is continuously revised downwards. On the investment front, both domestic and private sector and foreign investors' confidence has increased markedly. And in the past 3 years, total investment has been over the benchmark of 25% set by the government. More importantly, 75% of the total investments are by the private sector, which is considered with the government's long-term growth strategy of diversification and sustainability. This growth has been enabled by the stable and consistent pro-business and pro-growth policies of the Fijian government. The government recognizes that private sector investment is a key to sustainable economic growth. Therefore, the government is committed to modernizing our infrastructure and providing a conducive environment that contributes to a competitive, robust, and resilient private sector. Government will continue with its strategic investment in infrastructure development and upgrade in the next few years, be it the significant upgrade currently being undertaken at the airports, or the expansion at our seaports, or construction of new roads reaching the interior that were previously inaccessible locations with untapped investment opportunities. Ladies and gentlemen, the Fiji trade and investment aspirations are now guided by the Fijian Trade Policy Framework and the Green Growth Framework. While the Trade Policy Framework provides a collaborative and consistent approach towards expanding Fiji's trade and investment interests, the Green Growth Framework ensures that all developments and investments in Fiji are taken in a sustainable manner, taking into account its impact on our pristine and yet fragile environment and the future generation. Ladies and gentlemen, such has been the confidence of the Chinese investors in the Fijian economy in the past few years that China currently is our biggest source of foreign direct investment. I therefore urge you all to seize this opportunity and join the many investors that have significantly benefited from the profitable ventures and in turn have also contributed to the Fijian economy. With the recent launch of the online single window clearance system, foreign investors are now able to register for their foreign investment registration certificate from anywhere in the world. And I'm sure the CEO of Investment Fiji will provide you with hands-on information on how this revolutionary system operates. But not only this, Fijian government's premier investment promotion and facilitation arm, Investment Fiji, stands ready to provide you advice as well as guide you through the process of setting up your business or project. Ladies and gentlemen, Fiji is well connected to the world for both business as well as pleasure travel. And in fact, Fiji has direct connectivity to all the continents bordering the Pacific Ocean, with the only exception being South America. Fiji's connectivity has been further boosted by the recent launching of direct flights to Singapore and San Francisco by Fiji Airways. More importantly, Fiji is a manufacturing, transportation, and telecommunications hub of the Pacific. And this simply means that Fiji is not only a market of 890,000 people, but a gateway to a market of about 38 million people in the region. Fiji also has the best investment incentives in the region, the lowest corporate tax rates, streamlined income tax, the ability to get a maximum of 20 years tax-free status depending on the investment amount in selected regions. Our 47% tax rebate for the audiovisual sector is among the best in the world. and a number of Chinese producers have already been taking advantage of this concession. You may not be aware that the very famous Chinese film, Where Are We Going Dad?, was entirely shot in Fiji. Ladies and gentlemen, to further facilitate businesses to improve profitability, the Honourable Minister for Economy in the 2016-2017 budget announced that businesses will now be able to operate 24/7 without incurring additional costs except for trading in liquor. Ladies and gentlemen, Fiji's agriculture sector is brimming with opportunities, and we have vast tracts of fertile land that can either be used for commercial agro-farming or organic farming for niche markets. The prospects are enormous, and our latest sectoral investment data suggests that a number of foreign investors have realized this and are seizing the opportunity. With all the goodness that abounds this nation, our greatest asset is our people. The Fijian people are highly skilled, and many are multilingual, as well as possess good health to make up a productive workforce. These are some of the many reasons why you are at the right place today. Fiji is open for business, and we stand ready to provide assistance to enable you to venture successfully in your business aspirations in Fiji. Ladies and gentlemen, the bottom line is that Fiji and China are historical trading partners, and we can work together to reach the full potential of our relationship. And we are looking forward to ever closer engagement, particularly engagement driven by growing investment and trade between our two countries. Over the course of the day, you will be hearing from experts from the key agencies, and hence I request that you get as much information as possible and also clear any doubts that you may have. Ladies and gentlemen, with those few words, I'd like to once again thank you for visiting our shores, and I wish you well in today's deliberations.
Oh.